Now with this high line, I've kind of addressed some portions of it in the last segment of this video, but I really wanted to go into it here because I really do think that this is where a lot of these problems lie. Chelsea, if you notice, have been playing an extremely high line. You see portions of this match where everyone is just camped out in Real Madrid's half. You had all of our center backs push forward and basically condensing the space. But the problem that I have with that, number one, is that Chelsea aren't very good in tight spaces. We don't play well. We don't have anyone that's nimble-footed, that can dribble a pass, or use 1-2s, play off of each other and get in behind. Like we're much better playing direct, better playing into space and running onto it than we are trying to play interplay 1-2 passes and whatnot in like tight spaces. And again, that is part of the reason why, Chelsea are just void of ideas in the final third. The players that we're depending on to get us over the line to score goals are not good at dribble penetration. Like Mason Mount, you can't rely on him to put, a dribble past somebody or play quick 1-2s and get in behind. You can probably rely on Kai Havertz for a 1-2 error now and then, but, sometimes when he's tired, his first touch is not very good, and, that first pass into him kind of like bounces off of him a little bit. You look at Hakim Ziyech, he's basically just looking at trying to spam crosses from out wide. He's not really looking to play 1-2s, and to be honest with you, doesn't necessarily possess this type of pace that you need to be effective in those types of areas anyways. Not a bad dribbler, but not a guy that's going to beat you with a dribble either. Pulisic was just completely out of form, did not play well at all, did not use his pace to any sort of advantage at all, and was basically outclassed by Carvajal all match long. So I would have liked to have seen again Chelsea just drop their line deeper to allow for some of our our players who are more adept at using direct pace to get behind the defense, to use that as a tool. That's how we beat these guys last year. We never got into situations where we're just camped out in their half and just trying to pass the ball 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. It was never like that. It was always springing on the counter and running into space. And for whatever reason, we've lost the ability to do that, or lost the recognition that that's how we play. That's how we're successful in matches. For the most part, you saw Chelsea playing, high line and not getting any reward for it whatsoever, other than getting burned at the other end. High line, you had second half at about the 60-minute mark where Kovacic and Ruben Loftus-Cheek come into the game. Chelsea basically played a 3-2-5, and the 5 attackers that were forward had zero movement. It was just a line of 5 right across the top of the 18-yard box with no movement whatsoever. Then you had Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kovacic playing in behind them, just basically recycling possession and not looking to make a penetrative pass to get one of our attackers in behind or anything like that. But again, this just comes down to the strengths of this team. That's not the strength of this team. We've never seen Chelsea play through teams and be effective at it. We've not once seen that. So I don't understand why we continue to persist to play this style of football that we're not adept at playing. We don't have anyone in the midfield that's pulling the strings. We don't have anyone that we can rely on to be the offensive thinker on the pitch right now. We don't have anyone that can actually orchestrate our attack. And that is a major problem. Major fundamental problem with this side right now. If we're not going to be an offensive dynamo that scores goals, breaks down teams at will, then we need to be dropping that line a little bit deeper and playing a lot more compact and springing on the counter. That's what we're going to be successful at. It's not going to be the other thing where we're just playing expansively and leaving gaps of space in behind. And, we were rightfully punished yesterday. We were rightfully punished against Brentford the same. And, this has to stop. We have to go back to our fundamentals, play a lower block, play a little bit more compact, and control the game from there. Once we have control of the game, then you can start opening up a little bit more and taking a few more chances. But not from minute one, I'm sorry. Again, I just feel like Thomas Tuchel got it wrong.